Okay, let's go and go through the solution to the assignment for the change from the cost to the equity method. So again, you just did this problem yourself. Big company buys shares of little company over the course of several years. Little has 100,000 shares of common stock outstanding. At the beginning of 2020, Big bought 5,874 shares at a cost of $79,299. At the end of the year, the share price was $15. January 1st, 2021, Big bought 7,338 shares for $79,177.02. At the end of the year, the share price was $13. In 2022, at the beginning of the year, they bought 14,418 shares at a cost of $214,107, and at that time switched to the equity method. So let's go ahead and record these various transactions. For the first 2 years, 2020 and 2021, it's going to be straightforward. The same three things. We're going to make our investment. We're going to receive our dividend. And we're going to do a fair value adjustment. I guess the first thing I need to do is go ahead, I saw those numbers jumping around, copy and paste as values. That will simplify things a great deal. Okay, so our first year's investment, we paid $92,270.88. For the dividends, please be careful here. A number of people, they look at this and say, well, 6,696 shares out of 100,000, that's 6.7% or 7%. They round it off. It's much better to do one of two things. What you could do is simply say, what's my percentage ownership? Well, it's that divided by 100,000, 6.696%. And then when you do the dividends, you simply use that cell reference times the dividends for 2020. It's quicker than typing in 0.067, and it's more accurate because you're not getting that ugly rounding error in there. Okay, the last thing, at the end of 2020, we have to do our fair value adjustment. And again, the cost of our portfolio is $92,270.88. The market value, we have 6696 shares worth $12 each. So the market value is only $80,352. So the market adjustment should be $11,918.88, and that should be a credit balance because we're reducing the investment from $92,270 down to $80,352. The existing market adjustment is 0 because this is our first year, and so the required change is going to be the $11,918.88 credit. So we're going to go ahead and credit the unrealized loss, and that's going to be a credit to the market adjustment. Okay. Go ahead and move these things over a little bit so they line up with the entries above it. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to 2021. And we're going to do much the same thing. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this stuff just to have my framework waiting for me. Okay, our investment in year 2. We paid $97,130. Our dividends, again, now what do we own? We own 6696 plus 6132. So we own about close to 13,000 shares out of the 100,000. So we own about 13%, and so we're going to get 13% of the 2021 dividends. Please be really, this formula up here, I noticed a few people had a little bit of trouble with the parentheses in doing this formula. So you gotta be careful to watch out for that. Okay, finally we do our cost versus market comparison. And again, the total cost of our portfolio, again, this is cumulative. We have a cost of $92,270 from last year plus $97,000 from this year. or about $190,000. The market value, again, we've now got about 13,000 shares, and those shares are worth 14 bucks a piece. So now the desired market adjustment balance, sorry, let me tidy this up a little bit. The desired market adjustment balance is, again, we've got a cost of 189, the market value is 179, so we have a 9809 market adjustment, and again, that's a credit balance because we're reducing our investment from 189,000 down to 179,000. The existing market adjustment is 11,918.88, and that too is a credit balance. So here's where, again, people tend to stumble some. We've got an existing market adjustment, 11,918.88 credit. The desired market adjustment is only a 9809 credit, so basically we have to remove a little bit of that credit balance. We need to remove $2,109 of that existing credit balance, so we're going to go ahead and debit the market adjustment. And that's going to be an unrealized gain. Okay, finally in 2022, this is where we're going to make our third and final investment and switch to the equity method. And again, let's do the easy part first. We're going to have our acquisition. What are we doing? We're paying $212,806.10 or 8 cents for our investment. And now we need to switch to the equity method. And there are two things we have to do when we switch to the equity method. First, we've got, excuse me, a cumulative unrealized loss of $9,809. Again, we showed an unrealized loss of $11,988 in the first year. We offset that with a little bit of an unrealized gain the second year, but the net unrealized loss, or the cumulative unrealized loss, that we're carrying forward is $9,809. That has now been realized. So we're going to go ahead and record an actual realized loss and take it away from the unrealized loss. And again, this is going to be going into or coming out of other comprehensive income. The second thing we have to do is, if you look at this market adjustment account, in 2020 we credited the market adjustment for $11,918.88. In 2019 we debited it for $21,0912, and so there's this existing credit balance in that market adjustment account. We got to get rid of that. We're basically going to transfer that to the cost of the asset. We're going to transfer that to the investment. So we're going to debit the market adjustment to get rid of that. Same numbers up there. And that's going to get added to or subtracted to our investment in little. Okay, so again, we make this acquisition, we switch to the equity method. What do we have to do? We have to realize any unrealized gain or loss that's sitting in accumulated other comprehensive income, and we need to transfer any market adjustment valuation directly to the investment account. And now we can go ahead and account for our investment under the equity method. How much cash are we going to get the third year? Well, now we own that plus that plus that. Shoot. Now we own that plus that plus that. We own about 25% of the company's stock. And so we're going to get that share of their 2022 dividends. And so that's going to reduce our investment a little. And the same thing with our investment income. we own that plus that plus that, or about that percentage of the company's stock. So we're going to get that percentage or that share of the company's 2022 income. Okay. So again, the main things to watch out for here, a number of people had some difficulty with the idea that the stock ownership is cumulative. We acquired, again, 6.7% in the first year. We acquired another 6.1% in the second year. We acquired another 11.7% in the third year. So by the time we get to the third year, we now own 24.495% of the company's outstanding stock. Second thing that people commonly have trouble with is this idea of the market adjustment at the end of each year. Again, the first step is we find the desired balance, and then we say, okay, what's the existing balance, and how do we get from the existing balance to the desired balance? We've got an existing balance of 11,918 credit. We want a 9809 credit balance, and so we need a change of 2109 debit.